and looked absolutely stellar on their T side of things. Coming into train, though, I think the hopes are not quite as high with this one. It's a map that, as you said in the pregame, they play just because they have to. They're not particularly strong at it. And it is really a playground. It's a home map for Sprout.
I guess you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because every team kind of has to play 6 maps. And I think Train's near the bottom of Endpoint's list. It just gets played a lot because other teams like it, and they know that Endpoint don't necessarily are the best on it. So it's a fair pick, and of course losing Knife never helps. And now you have to start on the T side of not your pick on a map you don't really enjoy. So honestly, we'll see if they can carry the momentum over Scriv, but I don't know. I'm kind of very worried for Endpoint here.
Yeah, definitely. Me too. I think it is going to be a tough time for them. But we saw a comprehensive T-side out from them. It is a little tougher here on Train, as we all know, but certainly possible. Starting with the pistol, which I think funneling in towards the B-bomb site can be very effective. That is a spooky little angle I don't think they're going to be expecting at all. Now, the jig may well be up, but Snatchy is guarding upper. Oh my goodness. 2 crispy headshots to make it a 3K overall, and now into a 5 versus 2. Oh, it's all fallen apart for Endpoint at the very first hurdle.
That isn't even fair. Can Thomas answer back? Faven takes him down. It's just surreal now. And now Surreal's just gonna get swarmed. Yeah, they triple peek him. That boost was weird. That was like a pixel boost on the ledge there. I'm not sure what that is, but I dig it. And more important, this hold from Snatchy, they just did not peek him together.
I think that guy up on the boost behind them may well have made them apprehensive, right? So, and Snatchy just capitalizes perfectly. Really, really well done. Looking great on Dust 2. They didn't quite take it, but he was definitely a consistent factor for them. And coming into Train, another AWP-heavy map. If he can continue the form, it would be good for him. Teacher pushes out Ivy on his own with full utility available. Raising some question marks. Goes down, does a little bit of damage, but his MP9 now fallen, and it's an area that they have to dedicate resources to here on the Sprout side of things. Ooh, Crucial, gonna find another as well as they start pushing in. This is starting now to get a bit more dangerous. A lot of damage done onto Snatchy. He gets traded back. There's a player close by in the form of Favin, and one on the flank as well to help out, and they might just be able to catch them off guard here, the two of them. This could certainly swing in their favor any second now. 1, 2, traded back. But are they ready for Dennis? No, of course they're not. Running straight into him, reloading. Surreal will fall, and Max on 33 HP, not looking too good for him.
Oh, did he escape? Oh, he did. I don't know if Dennis is going to expect him to cross green, because the timing on that was super weird. He probably thinks he's old bomb or went Z. Yeah, exactly. Dennis was not ready for Mighty Max to full commit just before the molly and get back green. Beautifully played by Mighty Max. And this is kind of how it happened on Dust 2, right? And win pistol, lose next. Back and forth for a while. Someone will gain ground. The other team will capitalize on a mistake. I want to see if the pattern continues, because Endpoint, they should be okay into this one, but it is very easy to lose ecos, especially on Train. You try to force the B-bomb site, or you just get 1D towards outer yard. Dust 2 and Train kind of share that similarity.
Yeah, very true. Very, very true. And Endpoint gonna have to run with this opportunity. I think that's what both teams really struggled with right up until the very end. Running away with the opportunities that they created for themselves. Crucial holding things here. Oh, just outside A main. They are grouped up. He's not going to push in. No one pushes towards him, though. Another little spooky boost. I think that one's a bit more well-known, but all the same, Sprout have been putting the work in up close and personal. Dennis not able to find anything other than a bit of damage. Are they going to concede around there and then? I'm not sure. Are they just repositioning? I think they themselves are somewhat undecided. Favin just about able to get the better of Crucial. Takes a lot of damage in the process. Teacher has rotated in through CT area, but again, they're so locked out, and the positions from these T side players are so advanced, so pushed up. It's going to be hard to really move into this site, I think, with the lesser weaponry. Like, I like the idea of still trying to go for it, but ultimately when you give up connector like that and you have no information to work with for about 10 to 15 seconds, they're just going to keep pushing forward, particularly in a round like this where they're on full rifles and you're not.
I appreciate the save, though. They can bring that into this round, which would have been nothing. Now they can use them. Maybe some utility butt up around here. I'm intrigued. I'm sold at the idea script. But Endpoint, I mean, if they get 5, 6, like anywhere between 5 and 8 rounds on their T side, I'd be impressed. Because for a team that doesn't like the map that much, if they can get some T side rounds, maybe that can carry over to CT side aggression, some like tricks they can throw to the bag. So there is still a chance. Surreal tagged up very early. Robin makes it back green. Snatchy is going to find Surreal, so 2 shots will drop Surreal, and no, Snatchy gets a second. Can there be a pattern here? Snatchy swinging. No. He gets 3 with the scout. I thought they were in the clear. Thomas has to clutch now. It's just him in a 1v2. Snatchy is still here. Another tag. A headshot from Thomas. And he knows where Faven is as Thomas goes up through the smoke, and Thomas gets it on 6 HP. 3k from him, but man, is Snatchy terrifying.
Yeah, definitely got to keep an eye on him once the AWPs start coming into play, which it will in this round. Good God, Thomas should not have to do that. Another round that this time it's Endpoint are on the end of almost a beating. I mean, it's damn near enough, and it certainly sets up Sprout if they're able to pick up their rifle round. And clearly they've been doing an awful lot of deeper work on this map, right? The boosts and whatnot. One that I have never seen before, honestly. So, definitely a scary time coming into the rifle round. Nice jump boost, but not gonna land the shot. The shoulder peek coming in, I think it was heard ultimately by Beecher there, and he's just gonna back away, concede control of Ivy, which Endpoint are looking to use to great advantage. Gonna continue to push up, maybe, just maybe, smoke some areas out, find some information. Possibly a frag to follow up as well as the flash is coming through. Deecher is about to have a whole myriad of players coming his way. He'll let them creep on by, though, and that might just be the play, to be honest. Really playing this well as he gets himself a second, drops the bomb, importantly. And now the rest of the T side are going to have to pick up the pieces. They will take him down, but if they keep trading like this, it's not going to be ideal. All left on to Crucial. He can't get it done. And Sprout will get the first rifle round.
All it takes is some rifles. You land against Sprout's hands, I suppose. Tight shot, beautiful job. Just back up. He knows that smoke would be a little weird for him to fight above because they can just creep through the smoke. So he just backs up, lets them push the side they want to push, and deals with them then. Quick flanks from Sprout, and I think that's going to be the game plan, is just quick rotations, because Endpoint seem to be not throwing any too many fakes, not doing anything too crazy. A commitment here. Mighty Max will lead the charge. Dennis gets 2. Not sure right there. There's 3, 4 from Dennis. The pistol wants the ace. Snatchy will take it, but man, I don't know if those are signs of what's to come, because that's a little scary.
Yeah, not good at all. Those first 2 are incredibly cheeky, but Endpoint just rushing straight in, trying to go for something a bit more off the wall, catch them off guard. Not happening at all, though. Dennis been having a tough time on B early on, but he's not had weaponry this good for quite some time, and now that he does, feeling a lot more confident. Definitely shows for it. Oh, tag landed. It's Deecher actually on the AWP here at Ivy, the secondary AWP on that CT side of things. Interesting to see them move towards the second AWP so early on. I think maybe if they lose a rifle round, it could have been an idea, but we'll see how it goes. We'll definitely see. It does leave them a bit more susceptible to fast plays. That is for sure, and can be nullified by a well-placed smoke, a well-placed Molotov. Either way, pushing out on towards A, this time with the pistols. The burst's not going to work. Oh my goodness. Very clinical right now from Sprout in these past couple rounds. It feels like we've seen them both pass by in about 45 seconds.
A little quick. Here come the rifles, though. Everything's okay. Endpoint are snapping back into reality. Like, okay, whatever. Last couple rounds, not a big deal, not a big deal. Well, let's get the rifles out. Mighty Max will downgrade just to get that utility. No op for Crucial. That may become a bit of a factor. Thomas going to be jumping out right away to Olaf Faven. I don't think he really knows they're out. They have a hunch, though, as Thomas is still trucking. The smoke back green buys him some space. Snatchy and Faven just shutting them down. And this is kind of what we feared. This is exactly what we were worried about. Is Sprout getting guns on the CT side and just running a mess.
Yeah. Got the real run-of-the-mill in the driver's seat. All the cliche phrases at this point in their favor, looking really, really, really good. Not just winning rounds, but it's the fashion in which they are doing them. And Endpoint, I think, are going to have to pull out a pause here and maybe talk things over, work things out, come up with something a bit different. That's a difficult one for Dennis. Just get taken down. Snatchy at the very least in on the trade, so no saved rifle going to come in. Gets another, it's actually Deecher to chime in there. But all the same, the AWP's really running rampant. Flash goes down, trying to maybe bait out some utility, get some information in, but no one really confident enough to go for it. Oh, trigger discipline here from Snatchy, of course. Wide swing comes in with the Deeg. He will have to back away, but lives to fight another day. The rotation's going to start to come in as well to help him out. I think the bomb carrier might just be trying to edge out towards the bomb site. Okay, not spotting him out there. It's all good, though. Spiddy in with the cleanup. Down goes Mighty Max, and down goes the bomb with him as well. So, yeah, he was trying to sneak out towards A, but not going to happen, unfortunately. No lapse of judgment from Sprout. Crucial sure to follow.
There you go. Double ops seem a little, maybe too much to handle for Endpoint. Give it a couple more rifle rounds to really give my opinion. But so far, they're shutting down avenues. They're getting a pick every single round for the most part, even into rifles to pistols. They're not missing a beat, our Snatchy and Daicha right now. Just on point getting those opening frags. Crucial does have his own back in his hands. He had the spawn to peek in towards T-Con instead. He's going to head towards upper B. Maybe considers going down a ladder, just posting up, seeing if anyone's there. That's exactly what he'll do. And he may peek the site at some point, but Endpoint slowing it down, giving time for Crucial to work. I don't mind this.
He was looking good. He was looking really good on the T side, particularly for Endpoint, so I think they may need him to tap into that once again. Unfortunately, nothing really coming his way. Deecher, meanwhile, getting aggressive here. Towards lane, trying to find something. Crucial. His position given up. He misses the shot as well. As the smoke comes in, I feel like, yeah, he kind of has to go for something there. But nothing coming. Nothing coming at all. Sprout getting aggressive. Not finding anything, but then also not getting punished. Endpoint, once again, left resting on their heels and just sitting, waiting for something to come their way. Easier said than done at this point. Flash going to come in. No one in Pop Dog. Nice discovery from Spiddy as the hit will be coming through onto A. It's fairly one-dimensional, and a smoke and a molly is enough to split them up. Oh, they're so very broken right now. They will indeed make it out, but Spiddy hidden in the smoke, going to peek out any second now. Runs into the player, and Thomas actually notices first. That could make a difference for sure. Still two players to deal with in on the site, and the thing is as well, Spiddy doesn't really see anyone, so it just appears to be one guy. They are going to start to rotate across now that there's only 20 seconds left. Man up in 10 minutes, but maybe he's not going to be needed. Oh, yes, he will. Okay. D-Heart to go down. Oh, Snatchy coming in as well, finding a good couple of shots, but not quite able to convert massively. And Endpoint seemed to have done it in what is quite possibly one of the messiest rounds of the game so far. Leaves Dennis in the 1v3.
What makes that even more weird to me, that has me itching my non-existent beard, is just that Endpoint throw the execute, and then two players, one with the bomb, just run to Ivy. They don't have any control. They didn't prod it early. There could be a player in the corner. It could be a player at dumpster, and they sprint all the way there and just run all the way through Ivy and threw a back green smoke to the site. It was just the biggest risk one player could have been in that entire round. But hey, they got it. We know they don't need many rounds on the T side. They're aiming probably 5, 6. That's the real. Round 11. Look at caught through the smoke. Dennis catches him as he sprays through. And now with no upper brown control, no one towards Ivy, just holding a T-con push. They're left empty-handed, a man down and no map control, essentially.
When it seems to be working out for them, going in their favor in the last round, it's just thrown back in their face, unfortunately. Sprout being proactive as soon as they go down around. Crack angle here from Spiddy. It is spotted out. He takes a bit of damage, able to back away, but importantly, it's the information, particularly when they've got a man advantage. It's actually massive. Bit of utility expended, and they're going to move back towards the B bomb site. Faven chilling down below ladder room. Dennis, ooh, he's got to be careful where he watches here. He's in between heaven and ramp. Timing is going to be everything here. Snatchy is in and around to help. However, Thomas goes for it. Snatchy just claps him from the back of the site. Faven, perfect timing as well, creeping up the ladder and into a 5-on-2. No chance in hell, to be honest, for Endpoint at this point. It's really not looking good.
I guess that's just kind of what happens when your default gets picked apart. Your upper brown player has no luck whatsoever at finding a kill. In fact, gets sprayed through a smoke. You have no IV presence. Your T-con is non-existent. Sprout flash clear that right at the beginning of the round, so they have full control of that. And on top of that, did he just get hit through the wall or the floor?
They were spamming from everywhere. It's hard to tell. I think maybe. I think
That
so.
had to be from underneath. That's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah,
with the bad default,
they know their
comes,
angles, man.
Yeah, with a bad default comes no map control. No map control means Sprout can rotate you, and that's kind of just what's happening right now.
Yeah, I just think they're not comfortable on the map, right? They can pick up some rounds here and there because obviously they're going to be playing it a fair amount in pugs and scrims and obviously in the officials as well. But I think they just play it like you said in the pregame. It just is all coming true here. Ultimately, they don't seem to have done an awful lot of work on it, to be honest. And it's kind of showing. This could have been extremely dire for them if they hadn't have picked up a few of those early rounds. Still, though, there is potential for them to pick up 5 or 6. Definitely not out of the question. I think you'd be happy with that on the T side of train. Would be nice to definitely hit the 6 mark. Flash over the top here. Ooh, DJ thought he'd hidden away from it and then goes for the repeat. Confidence getting the best of him. Sure, they've had a few nice rounds, but still got to show that respect across to Endpoint. Snatchy now in with the rotation. Really, really slow stuff here from Endpoint on the uptake. Spiddy in at E-box. Will manage to get one, but traded back by Thomas. Nice timing coming through from him. Jump across, just about able to survive. 4 versus 3, making it 4 versus 2 as down goes Faven, down goes Dennis, all onto Snatchy. We've seen him have some crazy rounds, but this would be a tough one for him. Crucial, he's quicker to the mark. So Endpoint in with the 5th round, and that is nice. Yeah, they work off of an early pick.
Yeah, when you're in trouble, just scrim it out, right? Take out a yard. You're going to have a couple more players extra there than they will until they have to rotate over. They get that pick, they work it, and there you go. That's just how you got to do it when you're in trouble, Endpoint. They get 5, take a deep breath, they're like, okay, we're not going to lose because of a pistol now come next half. And we've gotten to that 5. We have a little bit of breathing room, but now we have a couple more rounds to get a couple more. We can get 6, that'd be sick. And now they're just spreading, doing a default, some Ivy pressure this time around. 1 player holding ladder, 1 player towards B. But again, Sprout have been taking T-con consistently, so once they know that's clear, they'll cheat a player. And you can already see there's going to now be 2 towards B indefinitely.
Yeah, aggressive here as well on the B site. Dennis, I think, kind of wants to, but against his better judgment, will just play it nice and safe. Been doing a really good job on that B bomb site, pretty much locking it off most of the rounds with a bit of help from his old pal Snatchy, of course. Yeah, like you say, it's going to be even harder to break into that B bomb site now. He seemed to be working Ivy in the past few rounds. It seems to be a lot more successful for them, and I think they're applying the old adage of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Bit of utility to come over the top here. Spiddy flashed up as well. making a bit of noise. We do have those two players once again creeping in from A main, looking to burst out after all the action has begun. Oh, nice peek from Spitty. Just get traded back. It's Deecher in a bit of a different position with the AWP here, looking to hold it down. Snatchy as well on the timing had opted to rotate across. Nice pickup from Robin coming in, but too many AWPs to deal with. Thomas now 1 versus 3 for him, and looks away at the wrong time. 8th round for Sprout. Once again, able to shut the door as soon as Endpoint open it just an inch.
Definitely close that door real quick. And then you look at the money for Endpoint. I imagine just Crucial drop some pistols. Make sure he has enough for the op next round. Yeah, they're going to be buying into 15. I'd hate... Yeah, I'm going to say on Beta Breath, it should be a 9. But again, keyword is should. Don't hold me accountable. Pistols can sometimes squeeze it out. You get the 1, you know, transitions to 2 and 3 in the round, and then I look like an idiot. So I'm going to cover all my bases here, Script.
Wise, I think, in this series in particular. Flash will come out. Spray from Spitty, just holding mouse 1. Does eventually go down. It's Faven knows. A little cooler on the trigger to just clean them up. Nice stuff coming in. Crispy anti-eco from Faven. And the 9th is indeed picked up. So no caster curse here today. Really good to see. And it's nice for the confidence and for that morale, just the team looking good and the economy not going down, etc, etc. There's a lot of benefits to the way that Sprout are playing right now.
Snatchy. That's new. Serial's like, oh, that's cool. They're not going to smoke it and spam me through a smoke this time. Oh, no. They're going to send the opera to post up on me. That's the first time they've done it all half. And, of course, it's the last round of the half. There's no adapting from Surreal. He just has to facepalm and accept it. Very unlucky for him. He's had a bit of a rough half in towards upper B halls. And kind of rightfully so. Has been given many chances. And Speedy in towards Sandwich. Robin's caught off guard. Faven's the next to make a move. Mighty Max not ready. He's gone as well. Nearly doubles in. Thomas is weak. Script, the flank comes through, and this should just be the half.
Yeah. Crucial has to do something incredible. The best play of the series so far is what he needs to pull off. Just over half HP, bomb available. Definitely could get a plant in. Not that it really matters all that much at this point. Needs the round, if anything. Oh, caught out on the ladder as well. The timing not going to work out for him. Little embarrassing at the end there. 10-5. It's not a bad shift from Endpoint, but I think there are some clear issues. And the thing is, it's like those rifle rounds were incredibly dominant for quite some time. And I think, unfortunately, Endpoint, the mentality, the structure that they kind of apply to train here is working off of the early picks. And Sprout are quite possibly, at the very least in this tournament, one of, if not the most well-drilled team that we have here in the Home Sweet Home Cup. So I think it's very, very difficult for Endpoint to rely on those early picks, because Sprout just aren't going to give you them. They're going to play their setups, they're going to play their spooky spots, and every now and then they'll get aggressive, but it is rare, and it's even rarer that they will lose the fight. So it's a really, really, really tough time for Endpoint on the T side. See if they can pick things up onto the CT side. Sprout, nothing special to it, just going to rush in towards B, posting up on the ramp with the P250s. Bit of damage has been done, but no kills as yet. Surreal left on 20 is certainly a notable one. Bomb going to go down, and this is exactly what they're playing for. Spiddy's got that Molotov available. Going to try and keep them off the bomb. Smoke picked up by Mighty Max is smart, but it's going to come down to the frags by the looks of things. Fabbing in with 2. They're keeping it even here on the Endpoint side.
Oh, can they make this retake happen? Endpoint desperately want this. Deitch on the site. What a clock shot by Mighty Max. Deitch going for more. He's going to be able to find a Robin. Surreal. He's just going to get double peak. Deitch, what a round to get 3. Sprout looking like they want this to go to 3 themselves, as they are just pulling through.
Scary, scary stuff, right? Another individual that they've come to rely on here on the Sprout side of things. Bavin and Snatchy all the way up there, but Deitcher in with a nice start to the T sides, and maybe he can continue that. And I think he had a few nice rounds here or there, but unfortunately seemed to be the first port of call in most of their setups. Either way, rush out onto the A-bomb site. We've seen these force buys be very successful in the past from both of these teams. However, this time around, not looking as likely. Mac 10 up close and personal. Surreal can't quite get the bullets in between Thomas's legs. And a quick one from Sprout. They are really looking to get to this third map as fast as possible and not going to give Endpoint any momentum, any confidence to work with going into that third and final map, which, if you are just joining us, will be Inferno. If it is required, if Endpoint are not able to pull things off here in their second half, it's going to be a real uphill battle for them for sure. That is a nigh-on flawless round. The only thing you can point to is Snatchy being on 8 HP, which is barely anything at all. So a really, really clean one from Sprout, and that's how it starts. I fear to think for Endpoint how it continues.
Yeah, because now they got to save, giving up 13. I feel like maybe saving last round, even though this buy wouldn't be the best. It's better than giving up 13, especially with how close or how far away they are, excuse me. And it's just a gamble stack towards B, and Sprout have called their bluff immediately out towards outside with Dennis on this Mac 10, clearing the way for his teammates into connector. He's just going to keep it rolling. Going to try to find them all rotating in. And man, seems like Sprout have really turned over a new leaf here.
It is fearsome because they're not a bad Inferno team either. Endpoint play their fair share of it, but if this is the kind of form that Sprout are going to come in with, right? Do need to get some rounds at the very least here in their second half, Endpoint, I think. Or just not let it get to them at all that they're being walked over. But it's a difficult ask. Oh, the USPs and P250s are out again. Oh, goodness. Oh, there's the dink. Surely the frag. All right, bit of damage done, but I think ultimately just two Mac 10s lost there, so nothing massive from the Sprout side. But this is it, Keith. This is where they need to get the ball rolling on the Endpoint side, because I think this rifle round, it's all or nothing, right? They lose this, the game probably goes alongside it, because they don't have the money to support them through these next 3 rounds, if that's the way that it ends up going. So first rifle round's probably the most important round of the game so far for Endpoint.
Very much so. I'd say do or die. That panic button's been slammed. Endpoint need to pull something out. Robin in towards ladder. The smoke from Faven. Not the best in Robin's favor. He's gonna hold. They're gonna double up. They need to be ready to trade out Faven. He does just have a Galil, so if they can win this trade, they should start to see him now. And there they go. Just a dink comes in. Robin's alive. Mighty Max about to get shot in the back as Dennis has been able to creep out in the meantime. There we go. Shot in the back while crouching. That's a hard one for Dennis to hit, but he pulls it out. As Tide Shuffle fall to Thomas. The hold seems good for now, but Snatchy up Ivy. He's somehow gotten out for free. As soon as Mighty Max falls, there's no one left there to hold it. What a shot from Crucial. A throwback to his talents on Dust 2. But he needs more. With Robin being low and time being in Sprout's side, it gives time for Snatchy to work around here, Scriv.
Timing going to be everything. As you can see, Crucial is a little prepared for it. I think he might have heard a scope of some kind. Takes him down. The flank coming in. And Spiddy an easy pickup for the 8 HP Robin. There it is. Endpoint, they manage to get the rifle round on the board, but this is a difficult start to what is a very steep hill. It is a massive mountain to climb, people. It really, really is. And money to buy up here on the Sprout side of things. And as history has gone, when all the rifles have been in play, that is, Endpoint win a round, and Sprout take it straight back and then win 2 or 3, maybe even 4 off the back of it. So we'll see whether their T side is anything like the CT side in that regard. Super fast stuff coming in from Faven here, hoping to catch someone off taking an aggressive angle. It is not the case, however. Crack angle for Mighty Max. Double AWP setup is out. Great flash comes in. He takes a shot, backs away, smokes it off. So no dangerous peaks coming through from the CT side.
Mighty Max looking towards Ivy. As the smoke starts to fade, though, in the meantime, towards B, Surreal. Gonna be playing anti-flash. He has support from Crucial. in towards Cloud. But he can't really necessarily help. Ramp. Real good for one. The call out comes where he is. Doesn't fall off. Crucial now. A lot of pressure to find this player that's about to cross. Mighty Max finds the lurker. And as the bomb goes down, it's a man advantage in for Endpoint. As a flank comes through, a freebie for Robin. Crucial finds Speedy, and there should be no way Faven can do this. A good kill on the first. They give him the fight. The second from Faven. Does he know the other one's close? It's okay. Deep breaths. Crucial hangs on, and Endpoint can start a bit of a streak.
Definitely damage done, though, right? Yeah. The safe kind. The legal kind. But yeah, ultimately, although he doesn't win it, it's some pretty big damage done by Faven that I don't think he should have been able to get away with. And they have to drop some things across. Sure, the buy is still going to be clean, but the money is really important here, particularly with how close Sprout are. They don't have any breathing room. They lose a round and kind of have to force buy themselves into oblivion and either start winning or just lose the game. So need to be taking these rounds cleanly, just so maybe, you know, they string a couple more together here with surviving with like 4 or 5 players, and then they lose one. They could stomach that loss, but at this point, not quite. Shadow spotted. Dennis does go down. He thought he had avoided death there. Not to be the case. Robin swinging out. Not actually finding any frags, by the way. They all go to his teammates. And I don't know if people have noticed, Robin is not fragging so hot. And I think there's been a couple rounds where like he's been behind someone and he's been like, okay, let's line this up cleanly. Let's make sure I hit this. I am not messing around. I've got to get this. And then this is a nice round for him to be like, yeah, let's get some eco frags, dude. There's like 4 of them out in the open, and he doesn't get a single one. Got a feel for the guy.
Well, will it continue for him? I bet he's going to start to warm up a little bit. Snatchy, the game of patience. Posted. As Surreal jiggles this out with a Molotov in hand. Spots them. Takes one shot. Crucial shoots in between 3 players. Cannot repeat that one. Surreal can, though. They hang on, and this is still going to be an execute from Sprout. They have nothing to fall back on. No map control. They eat the chunky nade. And now Sprout are like, well, this sucks. We're down a man. We've taken over half damage on our upper. Don't even have ladder control. Like, this is not good. Can we just execute? No? Okay. And now they might try to fight Thomas off, but Thomas should be good for 1 here. I don't think Speedy fully cleared that. Off this?
Okay. All right. Maybe not the best thought process there, but it's cool. He panics, right? It happens to the best of us, even at the very top of the game. And it might just have given a chance back in for the T side. They drop down. There's no one there. They take a bit of fire damage and now going to go back up the ladder. They will be running into Surreal at the very least. The question is, does Crucial rotate back before the actual hit comes through? Okay, we're going to see the utility come over the top, and Crucial does indeed want to move in. Has to be very careful here. There's utility coming through. It seems like it's a bit of a fake, actually. Mighty Max and Crucial, however, hitting their shots. Mighty Max particularly over on A, holding things down. Robin chimes in with the last. Endpoint looking good. It definitely seems like if they can weather the storm of their T-side train, they get through to the utopia that is CT on the other side of the blizzard. Definitely looking good here. The question is it too little too late? We'll have to find out, as they will be up against another pistol buy.
We're getting there. They're stringing the rounds together. But, like, maybe just like Dust 2, pistols is where trouble strikes. Thomas maintains. Snatchy eats an 8. He's down to 1. The abilities can't kill. It's all about gunplay. Robin is going to mop it up for 2. Speedy will find that shot. I don't think he'll get another, but you know what? One more with Speedy is par of the course. I'm not even going to be surprised anymore. Yep.
Cass took no time at all for that one to...
Maybe he'll get one. Okay, there. Yep, there it is.
But, yeah. Once again, losing a couple players, but it's all good. Crucial's got 11k. So they can dip into his savings if they need to, if they lose a round here. But I think at this point, they're not bothered. Just stringing them together, grinding them out, is what they need to be focusing on for sure. And Sprout on the other side of things going to take a timeout here. As you can see, 5 in a row now for Endpoint. With the rifles in play, they've looked very, 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 very good. And Sprout have hit a brick wall. And this is often, Keith, where I find casting this team, sure, they've got 2 new members since the last time I gave them a look in. But this is often where Sprout can find it difficult to get back into a game, is when their plan A, their plan B, maybe their plan C isn't working for them, and they don't have very much other than that in the strat book. They're not quite as fluid and flexible as some of the other teams in the realm of Counter-Strike, top tier Counter-Strike. So we'll see. Maybe the pause works out for them.
Robin taking over ladder duties over Thomas. Surreal. Another nade. This time not as effective. And Sprout are going to go immediately back in towards a B hit. A good time molly from Surreal. He's going to spam through. He's doing good chip damage. He needs a reposition, I imagine. This looks like a lot like one and done, especially with a good flash. He does get the one. There's the done. Crucial has to hit the refrags.
Nice.
He will. And more importantly, stay alive. But they've let this player upper creep out for far too long. And Thomas is in a bit of a weird spot. Two players upper. Dennis alone on site. Has to peek. Beautifully played. Speedy gets involved. And Endpoint have shot themselves in the foot. As they've left a little bit of room for Sprout and a couple errors. Has let this happen. That molly actually gets eaten by the train. Robin could have kept walking up. That's really weird. I've never seen that happen. And here comes Robin. Kills a player on site. Mighty Max is going to find Speedy. They have a smoke for the bomb. And Faven gets found by Mighty Max. Endpoint remove the bullet. Fix themselves up. And they're walking straight again.
Beautiful stuff. Really, really good stuff. I mean, honestly, I don't think it should have come down to that. It's definitely a game of timing. So, right, Thomas, particularly as he was creeping up, he was waiting for a flash from Robin, and it comes just half a second too late. Already expected by the player, Dennis, in on the site, and unfortunately the flash wasn't there in time. But Mighty Max, it has to be said, although he's not had the flashiest of rounds here on the CT side, and it's not been all about him, he's been consistent, and he's just picked it up in a really, really, really big round there, in a really big way. Certainly, I think it can be said for pretty much the entirety of Endpoint. They had a CT side, but their CT side is really picking up. Robin has got some confidence. He just goes sprinting into ladder room. Easy pickup coming in. Thomas going to take his place as well. A little bit more HP to work with, and Dennis is not ready for it. Another kill goes their way. It was a half buy here from the T side. I think they were just looking to maybe have a bit more of a fluid and flexible round, and we see how that has gone. Not a single frag.
Okay. I wonder if Sprout are getting a little shook. Like, man, this should have been free. We should have won last round. It was a retake. We peaked. We shouldn't have. We had bomb down. That molly got eaten by the train. It was hungry. It's about dinner time. I don't know. This kind of sucks. And now they're probably like, oh, this isn't even our map pick. Now we're on T side. We're stuck at 13. We've been at 13 for so long. They've tried the B hit a couple times. I wonder if they're getting down on themselves. Endpoint seem to be getting very comfortable. Their retakes are there. They're opening frags. They're not getting picked off. All of this can change because I mentioned it now. But it seems to be going par for the course at the moment.
Yeah. It's surprising, honestly. I think Sprout had this one hook, line, and sinker, but post hook, line, and sink, they didn't quite get the tail end of it. Ooh, maybe we have indeed spoke too soon. No, Faven finds the opener. Mighty Max with a nice flick, though. Will take down D-Chat. Smoke goes in. Nothing too fancy there. And he will swap his attention across to Pop Dog. They have brought a player across as well to help out with the outside yard, but it isn't going to be the final destination. I don't even think Sprout know where their final destination is going to be. Oh, okay. Going B, going A, going B. Looks like we are indeed going to go B. Waiting for a flash to come through here. Surreal. Nice Molotov just as the smoke goes down. One makes it out. The other is trapped in. An easy double for Crucial comes through. The remaining two players going to try the same again. And Crucial is just not missing. Snatchy will be the only one left. Has to find 4. 3 more remaining to go. They know exactly where he's at.
I don't mean to be the guy, but if he wins this, that might be the map. He did it on Dust 2, but the gap was just a little too far. This is a snatchable round, if I may say so myself. Ooh. And he is gonna creep. Please don't laugh too hard. Hold the laughs. The round is almost done. Snatchy is gonna creep on up here. That's one. That's the plant. I'm telling you, I feel it in my bones. Thomas is gonna get the molly right on top of him, but he gives Snatchy a chance to parkour. There was a world. There was a world where that little Pixar lamp jumps on the eye. Thomas was about to be the eye, and Snatchy was about to be the Pixar lamp.
Yeah, I'm sure timeline number 3 hits that, but unfortunately here in timeline, I don't know. I don't think we're in the. We're definitely in the worst timeline this year.
We're definitely in an awful situation. Yeah, get us out, please.
But all the same, those little moments are what make or break the game. Not quite landing it, and ultimately, would have been nice to see him pull something off like that. Right, would have been insane. But he shouldn't be put in that position by Sprout. They are yet to win a rifle round on their T side, and they're getting closer. They are edging ever closer in some of these rounds. Gonna go for B once again. Surreal, however, he knows how this goes. Smoking, they're gonna rush into him. However, it's not going well. The meat grinder, Crucial and Surreal, the dynamic duo, picking it up once again. This time it's in slightly quicker succession than usual, but they've picked up all the frags so far. Teacher the only one. The bomb out in no man's land. Guys, what do I do?
I could almost hear the reasoning. Surreal had a bad half last game, guys. He kept dying towards B. You know, let's just run him down. Okay. They're trying everything. They've tried executes B. They've tried ramming B. They've tried scrimming outside. The success they found was very default spread into Ivy hits, into some Ivy prods with Snatchy and his op, into getting the opening picks on the players on train, and really just working Endpoint on their rotates. Haven't seen that for a few rounds. The last few rifle rounds has been forcing sights over and over. So I hope Sprout take a moment to just reset, hit the reset button. I know they're very tilted. I know they're probably a little worked up. Just take a moment and go back into those defaults, the spread across the map, those picks you were getting, the Ivy pushes. I don't know if Endpoint can handle Ivy and full-on executes towards outer. We haven't really seen that lately. It's disappeared.
Yeah, I think unfortunately, as again is the case for Sprout in a lot of games that they play, again, not casted so much of this current iteration, so can't comment massively, but in the past they just don't really take the time to do that. You know, like what you're saying, the mental reset, take some timeouts. They've only taken like 1, I think, right? And yeah, so this is their second, now 2 remaining. Take a minute. Not quite sure what the rule set would be, but I think it's fine to do that, to stack the timeouts, and you may as well at this point take a minute. Take 30 seconds to cool off and be like, look, guys, we can do this. This is our map pick. We've been in this situation before. All that good stuff, right? A bit of a pep talk from Dennis or Spiddy or maybe even one of the newer members, and then take your second time out to talk about what you're actually going to do in this round to win it.
Here we go. A half buy from Sprout in theory, a bit of an investment on a couple. Where they're banking on Daisha getting a couple kills, and the rest of the players being able to buy next on max loss. Looks like it is just going to be an explode towards outer through train and T-Con. Just try to get the plant, try to get out, make things hectic. With Thomas in heaven, I don't see him going down easily without taking a few. And notice how Endpoint are hanging on to their mollies this round. They have all 5 because they know odds are this isn't a full buy from Sprout. They save the mollies for this exact moment. They're going to have nothing to put these out. They have to sit behind it, wait out their smokes as they fade, And here comes Sprout. They have to run through the mollies. The damage is very noticeable. Raj on site, good for one, good trade from Daicha. But there's Thomas from the heaven. I said it'll be a problem, and Daicha has to do something. His team is falling, and it's just him in a 1v4. He has to ace. 3 remain, and he's posted on my Crucial, and it's 15 for Endpoint. I did not see this coming. I'm gonna be very honest.
Yeah, for sure. I went all in with the 2-0. I kind of, wanted to go for it, and I had my doubts about Train. I think we all did. Whether you're a fan of the team, whether you're a player, it's a good map for Sprout. They showed that with their CT side. Dismantled them. And Endpoint are kind of doing the same here. Some of the rounds have been a little bit closer, to be fair, but all the same, they're winning them. They're stringing them together. They're now looking at, what, 8? No, 9. 9 in a row. This is crazy stuff. It really is. And Sprout just, I think it might even be 10 now, right? With that round just picked up. And Robin looking to make it into 11. Dennis will trade him back. Sprout have got to pull out everything here. And a headshot through the smoke is certainly on the list of things to be doing. 4 versus 3 coming in favor of the T side early on then. First time in a long time they've had themselves a bit of an advantage and a severely weakened up CT side before they even choose to execute a bomb site.
It's been a while. Dennis is like, you know what? I'm taking this into my own hands. We can't have this carry on much longer, boys. I am going to at least get us one step closer. Good molly. Crucial. And that's bombed down. Speedy goes down. Mighty Max has done a good job of falling away. He's drifted away and he knows they're up Ivy. They know Dennis was ladder, and it's all on Surreal to worry about that as Crucial on site. Cannot get wide swung by ladder wall. They're going to buy time for Snatchy, but this is such an off angle. There should be no way Snatchy gets this. He gets Surreal. There's Crucial with the trade. He's posted on Dennis. He knows. A missed shot from Mighty Max. You can't miss those. And just like that, 1 round till OT. And you know what, Scriv? I think maybe Endpoint might be a little nervous because they cannot miss shots like that. And by the way, that kill from Dennis on the ladder makes me throw up in my mouth.
Disgusting. Absolutely. But they definitely did look shaky towards the end there, right? Pressure on. And missing some simple ones for sure. But in with another chance, right? They've got plenty of money. Trying to close it out here in regulation. Take that clean 2-0. The longer this game goes on, I think the more Sprout will be able to anti-strat and come up with new ways. And maybe as well having a good economy going into overtime could give them the room to just throw themselves at a round or 2 on this T side. Mighty Max not quite finding the opening picks that he once was. They're really showing him the respect over at Ivy. Faven gonna step, gonna make some noise in at ladder room. Smolly coming in, Snatchy as well, forced away, but Max, he's a bit more of a turret AWPer. He doesn't like to take those super aggressive angles. I don't think he is quite as fast as Snatchy with it, and I think he also recognizes that, so doesn't want to play super aggressive. Snatchy, though, he likes it. He's going to lead from the front. Smoke comes in. Molly in a flash. The molly there. I'm not so sure Snatchy wanted that. I think he wanted to go all the way. Another flash will come through. Going to start to push in now. Oh, looks at the wrong angle. Robin out in the open. What's he doing there? Well, he's finding the frag. Surreal in behind the smoke. Manages to get one. I think he's lucky to even get that. Robin, meanwhile, has taken down Deecher. And Crucial in on the B-bomb site to clean things up here and now. Molotov does a bit of damage. Oh, not quite landing the shots. However, Thomas is in good position to find it. It's all going to be on to Dennis. He gets one. He's on 4 HP.
Wow.
Not going to happen. At Endpoint, it's not flawless, but it's still a hell of a comeback. I am absolutely gobsmacked. That is incredible, incredible stuff from Endpoint.
I am thrilled beyond belief, right? Because I'm eating my words a little bit, and tea time, I guarantee you, will make me eat them a bit more with some questions, because I was pretty dead set on Sprout purely based on the name value. Endpoint have come a long way from the last couple weeks I've been watching them, and clearly I feel like they capitalize on mistakes of Sprout on their CT side. They did a good job of just holding sites, forcing them to run through smokes, holding onto their utility. So Real really turned it around. Thomas had a great half, and kudos to them, because I am very impressed